Oh my god, episode 5 of The Promised Neverland was freaking awesome. I mean, The Promised Neverland, this episode was probably my favorite episode just for of this anime, okay? It was titled 301045. That was the title of the episode. And I freaking love this episode. I mean, this episode was amazing. Now, I like the other episodes as well, but, they had some little issues, you know what I mean? With Sister Crone going crazy and stuff, nobody not hearing. But with this episode, it did pretty good. I mean, I liked it. So, let's talk about what happened in last week's episode as a little recap. So, in last week's episode, at the end of the episode, we find out there was a traitor. And who was the traitor? And Norman says, is it you, Ray? And then the episode ends and stuff. So, yeah, Norman was suspecting Ray as the traitor. And then we go into this week's episode, and man, come to find out, Ray was the traitor. So, yeah, Ray even said he was the traitor. Norman asked him, was he the traitor? And Ray was like, yeah, I'm the traitor. Now, the art and animation of this episode was freaking amazing. I mean, the reactions that they was doing with Ray's face in the way was amazing. I mean, with everybody, like us finding out that he was the traitor and stuff was amazing. Like how his face reaction was. I mean, it was great. I mean, the animation, the art and animation, everything was amazing. The writing of this episode was great as well. I mean, it was fantastic. So we started finding out some stuff about Ray and everything. So we find out a lot of stuff. Ray and Norman's talking because, Norman just found out that Ray's the traitor and stuff. And, and Norman is kind of not, he's bothered by it, of course. But in a way, he's trying to keep calm, think of the situation, what he can do and stuff. And you gotta like this about Norman's character. I mean, it was fantastic. I'm not even gonna lie. So, Norman straight out says, you're not our enemy, but you're not our ally. But it's, in a way, you gotta kind of watch Ray, But Ray was explaining about the stuff, He was explaining about every detail stuff. About, why is he the traitor and all that. And Norman was asking him why and everything about that. And and Norman was like, well, before we actually talk about why Ray's the traitor, Norman was talking about why he should, in a way, why he suspected Ray as the traitor, okay? It was freaking great. So, how he expected Ray was the traitor was all of a sudden, Ray was with him and stuff, and, pretty much kind of found out that Ray was the traitor by, when Norman was saying, we'll escape in like 10 days and stuff. When Norman said that, Ray was like, no, we can't do that and stuff, and he kind of suspected Ray of being the traitor right there. And then all of a sudden, with the red rope incident and stuff, pretty much Norman keeping the red rope underneath his bed and it disappearing and stuff, because I think Dawn was the only one that knew about the red rope underneath the bed, and nobody else did it, and then all of a sudden it disappears and all that. He kind of suspected Ray as the traitor and stuff about that. And, Ray's like, yeah, you're right, I'm the traitor and all that. But then we start finding out why he's the traitor, and it was pretty interesting. I mean, I liked it. And, we started finding out why, and, he got a couple of reasons, which is, I guess, understandable. So his first reason was, so I don't get shipped out early, Because, the mom wants to keep the kids that gets the highest scores around still a little bit longer, and get rid of the ones that gets the lowest scores, So that's what Ray's saying. The second reason is so he could get rewards. And he said he was testing out what the mom would get. If it's like a difficult thing or to get or what, testing her. And he said, yeah, he got everything that he pretty much wanted. The rewards and stuff. We don't know what the rewards are, but I guess it's pretty good. I don't know. So yeah, that's what Ray was saying. I mean, this episode spent like a good 9-10 minutes. Half of the episodes, with just Norman and Ray talking in this room, they was talking everything, and it was a pretty good one. I can't really say what they was saying a lot because, I kept on trying to pause the episode just to read what they was saying. It was a little bit difficult because, when anime like The Promised Neverland, definitely, is more explaining and stuff. And it's kind of a little bit difficult for English sub to figure out what they're kind of saying. You gotta pause and go back, just to see what they meant and stuff. It's pretty tough with anime like that. So yeah, but like I said, Norman was like, you're not our enemy, but you're not our ally, but you're still our friend and stuff. And it was like I said, the art was pretty cool with Ray's face and stuff, his face expressions. And Norman was like, but we're gonna still try to escape with everybody and stuff like that. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. And as soon as Ray left the room with Norman, he goes talk to the mom. He goes and talks to Isabella, and tells her about the stuff. He goes like, Isabella's like, oh, what did you find out, Ray? And he goes like, well, Norman is still acting the same. Well, we kind of gotta watch Sister Crone now. But we never even seen Sister Crone this episode. But yeah, that's what Ray was saying. And yeah, Isabella is finding out, does know about the stuff that Sister Crone was trying to do. So yeah, she does know what she's trying to do and all that, and kind of gotta watch her. And Ray was like, well, we wouldn't have this problem if he didn't brought Sister Crone around and stuff. And Isabella's like, kind of like, yeah, and stuff like that, but, they kind of gotta watch Sister Crone because if they don't watch Sister Crone, the plans ruined and stuff. But we kind of find out that Ray has been a spy for Isabella for 6 years. So yeah, 6 years ever since like the day that, Emma and Norman went to the gate. Yeah, he's been a spy ever since then. So yeah, we kind of figure out how long Ray has been a spy for Isabella and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty interesting right there, how long he's been a spy. But yeah. And then we go to like the next day and stuff, it's the next day and all that stuff. And all the kids are outside playing around. You got Emma, Ray, and Norman talking in the woods, kind of. And, they was talking. Emma was, as Norman, whoa, did you find out who the traitor was? And Ray's like, yep, it's me. And Emma was, pretty surprised about that. She was going crazy, everything about that. Like she kind of didn't, comprehend about what was going on. I mean, it was funny, she was, dumbfounded, didn't comprehend what was going on. She was like, what, hold on, what, I don't understand, like that, but it was pretty funny. Yeah, Norman was like, well, let me explain to Emma, yeah, Ray's the traitor, this is why. Stuff like that. Just trying to explain it. He goes, Emma looks at Ray and goes like, thanks. I don't consider you as an enemy to us. I consider you as a friend and stuff. And I know you're going to help us out, get the kids out and stuff, get the kids away and everything. Help us get all the kids to leave and escape and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Emma said to Ray, saying, I'm sorry that you've been alone by this the whole time and stuff. And Ray did explain, well, I did kind of consider not becoming the spy, but you kind of left your pink bunny at the freaking gate a couple years ago, and that's why Isabella found out that, yeah, you was one of the people that went to the gate. And Emma, of course, was feeling stupid about that. So, yeah, that's pretty much why Isabella has been expecting Emma and Norman of, trying to leave and stuff, how they found out the truth and all that, was because of the pink bunny that they left at the gate. Emma did. So, yeah. Great, Emma. That was freaking great. Uh, but yeah, pretty much that's why Isabella pretty much knew that Emma was at the gate and all that. So we cut to a scene which was pretty great. Norman pretty much dreaming. He was asleep and all that. He was dreaming, and then all of a sudden, like in a way, you kind of see him and the other kids all escaping and stuff. Trying to escape. And then he turns back around, and pretty much every kid is dead. They kind of like got pierced through the heart with roses and stuff. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, all the kids is dead. And then Ray pretty much was standing there with with the rose pierced through his chest. Talking about, I told you we couldn't escape all the kids and stuff. And then, Norman sees the freaking creature, whatever, and then he tries to eat Norman and stuff. And then the kids wakes up Norman and stuff. He's like sweating and all that, waking up and all that stuff. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. But yeah, it was one cool scene I like about it right there. But then we go to the last scene of the episode where we see Norman, Ray, Emma, and Gilda and Dawn talking and stuff. They was talking about because apparently Emma and Gilda found out what Isabella has been doing and stuff. Apparently around 8 o'clock at night that she'll be leaving out, and they don't know where she goes to. Usually sometimes she goes into her bedroom or to her office or whatever, and goes into the washroom. So apparently what they consider now is that there's a secret door and all that. And they kind of figure that is around the bookshelf or whatever, there's a secret door. And Dawn's like freaking out, talking about, well, we gotta go, because so we could go save Connie and all that, But he don't know that Connie's dead, him or Gilda, But they're like, wasted too much time. We gotta go save Connie and all that. That's what Don's saying. And they're trying to get him to calm down, talking about you can't think rash, you gotta think this through, Don, we gotta be patient and stuff before we all get caught. And that's what he said. And then he was like, how about you just go set up the table so she won't be suspicious. Go set up the table, go cook some dinner. And then we see Dawn and Gilda leave out the room. And then instead of Dawn going to the kitchen and stuff, we see him and Gilda go to the mom's room. They knock on the door. Nobody answers. They walk in. And you see the bookshelf. Dawn's trying to move the bookshelf, but he couldn't get it moved. And Gilda was like, well, this is going to have to... and look at how the pattern. And then she moves the bookshelf. And come to find out there was a secret door. Dawn was trying to open the secret door. It was locked. And then, at the end of the episode, the other door, like the bedroom door, opens, and then you see Dawn's the Gilda's face freaking out and stuff, and then the episode ends. So, that was a pretty big cliffhanger right there with whoever's opening the door. So yeah, like I said, this week's episode of The Promised Neverland was pretty good. I don't know how to explain everything with the little situation when we find out that Ray was actually the traitor, how he was the spy for Isabella. Because with animes like this, it's kind of a little bit difficult. You gotta keep on pausing and go back to read what they were saying and stuff. It's kind of a little bit difficult. But yeah, go check out this episode. It was freaking great. Probably my favorite episode of The Promised Land just far. It was freaking great. So yeah. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel, World of Chris 1-800. Subscribe to my other channel, Chris Fidelis. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. I'll be down there in the description box. So yeah, go follow my social media accounts. Like this video and comment on this video about what you guys think about this week's episode of The Promised Neverland. Like I said, in my opinion, it was a pretty good episode. The art and animation was pretty great, and the writing and everything was amazing as well. This whole entire episode was probably my favorite episode of The Promised Neverland, just for, like I said. For this week's episode, I'll give a 9.5 out of 10 stars as well. I'll give it a pretty good episode. I never really had no problems with this episode. Sister Chrome wasn't even in this episode or anything. We finally find out who was the traitor. How long Ray has been the traitor. Stuff like that. We find out about a lot of stuff. So yeah, definitely can't wait for next week's episode, episode 6. Can't wait for it. But yeah, like I said, hit the like button. Comment about what you guys think about this week's episode if you have seen it. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. And subscribe and all that. And follow me on all my social media accounts. And yeah, I'll see you guys later in some next week's episode of The Promised Neverland. Now, very soon I will be reviewing The Promised Neverland's manga chapter. So yeah, probably this week or next week, whenever I get caught up. I'm almost caught up, so yeah. I will be reviewing The Promised Neverland's manga's chapters very soon. So yeah, look out for those as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then.